Hi everyone, it's Nisha. So today I wanted to talk to you about this wig, and this is Henry Margu Candace in 10613 GR. In fact, I talked to you about this wig yesterday. So I filmed this video yesterday and I've edited it, it's ready to go. And suddenly I noticed that for some reason I introduced it as John Renault in Palm Springs Blonde. I talked throughout the video about this as Palm Springs Blonde. I mentioned John Renault, and last night when I was trying to make a thumbnail and I suddenly looked at the title of this video, John Renault Candace, and I'm like, that is not John Renault wig. So can you imagine the panic, how upset I was? Because yes, I could sit down today and redo this review, but I can't really because I've slightly trimmed this wig at the front. And in fact, in that video that I filmed yesterday, I show you exactly what I did. I compared it to another similar wig, to Raquel Welch. I've shown you how I put it on. It was a lot of good information in it, and I thought I can't sit down now and review it as if I'm doing it for first time because I have trimmed it a bit. So I thought I'd just film this intro, because obviously my original intro said John Renault. So I had to go through the footage and cut out the bits where I maybe said Palm Springs Blonde or maybe said John Renault, so there is not really any beginning to this video. So please forgive me when you see little jumps between clips, but this is where I had to cut out. So as I'm here, let me compare this wig to the John Renault Palm Springs Blonde, as that's what I thought I was showing. To be fair, they are similar, the 10613 GR and Palm Springs Blonde. So I have here Cameron from John Renault, and I probably should have compared it to that wig. So this is Palm Springs Blonde, and this is the Henry Margu 10613 GR. So as you can see, they are very similar. I would say that maybe this one is even cooler. I think this one has less of the low lights. The low lights are a bit cooler than on Palm Springs Blonde. Okay, so sorry about that, but I had to come and obviously explain it all. So the rest of the video you're going to see is what was recorded yesterday. First, let's have a look at the cap. So Candace has a wefted cap with adjustable Velcro straps, velvet ear tabs, quite nice long lace front, and a middle parting monofilament. But as you can see, this bit here is quite wide, so it's easy to change your parting to just off center on either side. So this is shoulder length style, layered. Can you see this layer here is shorter than the rest? So just like Raquel Welch on point, this one has a parting right in the center. But the parting monofilament, especially about that much of it, is quite wide, so you can go off center either way, which I probably will do. So this color is beautiful. This is true cool ashy blonde. You can see it has some darker blondes in here, but they are quite ashy too. And the wood has slight warmth in it, but on a whole is very ashy. So let me show her to you from all the sides. This wig doesn't have any permatease, not that I can feel, which means it's very natural. You are not going to get this huge puffy helmet like some of the Noriko wigs. I happen to like permatease because I like big hair. But as you can see, this is not too flat to your head. Now, personally, I don't like that length of hair around my face. I think it really drags me down. So I will probably cut shorter layers here at the front. But let's play with this wig a bit. Let me show you the lace front. The lace front is very nice, but I wish that the knots were bleached. They were a bit lighter, but that's just personal preference. So as you can see, it's beautiful. What you can see here, this light color, is a wig grip. One of those. This is a velvety headband. This one has a lace parting, but the one I have on doesn't have any lace parting. That's why you can see this here. But that doesn't bother me because it looks like scalp. But obviously I have this bit that doesn't match. So what I can do is make that parting more realistic. I take any eyeshadow that is flesh color, any eyebrow brush, dip it in the eyeshadow, and paint it on that hair, then rub it in again. And it's nice to do it a bit uneven so it looks more natural. I can also go a bit with this over the dark knots. And you have more of a scalp look. So that's all you need. I'm sure there are special products for this, but I've been always doing it with eyeshadow. Okay, let's play with her a bit, because obviously I am not a fan of middle parting. I hate this when I do that and the hair is all in my face. But again, remember you can change a bit the shape, the parting. This wig is not heat resistant, so you cannot use any heat apart from heat from your hands. So again, you do this to get the swoop. But let me just give myself a bit of a off-center parting. Okay, so I want my parting somewhere here. And now I need to give myself this eyeshadow parting here. I wouldn't have to do it if I had the actual, if I had this headband on. Let me actually put this one on. Pretty, isn't it? You often ask what I do with my hair. I put it in a high ponytail, I flatten it, and I just put pins in it. So remember, when you have one of these bands, go across it with your fingers like this, because one side will be very smooth, the other side you will feel resistance. So I am feeling resistance that way, so that's how I have to put my wig on, my band on, because if that gives you resistance, the wig can't go anywhere. So if I put this band is a bit big. You see it's got velcro. That's why I prefer this, my old one, because this one is a bit smaller, but on the other hand this one is a bit flatter, so they are very good. This is a treat for you. Yeah, can you see now? You can now see almost like my own scalp, so I don't have to do much here with the eyeshadow. I might just go over the knots, but I don't have to sort of match this bit to that bit. So these bands are definitely my favorite. So I have my parting now off center, and now I'm going to try to get a bit of a swoop here because I don't want all this hair to fall forward. You have to do it few times, but you can see the result pretty quickly. I'm doing that just to warm up my hands. Can you see? I already have this swoop without using any heat. Again, I think I will definitely cut a few layers here. I wouldn't recommend it unless you know what you're doing. Not that I know what I'm doing, but you know, I've trimmed my own hair and I probably don't do it very well. One thing that you can use is the thinning shears. You can get these hairdressing scissors on Amazon, not too expensive. These are the thinning shears, so it doesn't give you like a blunt cut, but you still have to be very careful. So I would recommend to go to your hairdresser to do it for you. Now sometimes I have these little pesky, just odd hairs that don't want to go anywhere. But what I do with these, I cut them quite short so they become my baby hairs. You know, we all have little baby hairs. You can also gently massage in small circular motions around your lace front to sort of give yourself more baby hairs. So you know, so it's not very perfect hairline. Let me show you this color close up. It has few tiny bit warmer lowlights here, but most of it is quite cool. So even though it is very blonde, but it still has lovely dimension in it. Also remember that you can use a bit of the John Renault Fiber Love Flexible Spray to put your hair into place, and also the Peace Out Contour Fiber Cream. I find this cream really good. It best works obviously on pixie haircuts, so you can piece them out, but I can also put it near the root to lift that hair. I really like it. I love the density of it as well. It doesn't have loads and loads of hair. It doesn't feel thick and bulky, so I think it looks very natural. I wanted to compare this wig to the Raquel Welch On Point. This wig is pretty similar from the front. It has a middle parting, but it is an angled bob. Can you see? I love this wig. This wig is everything. Also, you can see the comparison of colors. So this is shaded biscuit, although we've talked about it when I reviewed this wig, that this shaded biscuit is much dark, not much darker, it's darker than my other shaded biscuits, and I still haven't gotten the response why that is. I have two Raquel Welch shaded biscuits that look like this, and what I mean, it has more of the warm lowlights in it, the root is darker and a bit longer, and it doesn't have as much of the, you know, Raquel Welch does really bright pieces by the hairline. This one doesn't seem to have it, and I don't know if I just had the one off because I only just got another shaded biscuit in unfiltered, and that one is bright and just like it always used to be. So it could be just my wig that I got one that wasn't, I don't know, they made a mistake or whatever, or if this style just looks like that, I am not sure. But as you can see, shaded biscuit normally looks also quite cool, but comparing to, it looks very warm. I would call shaded biscuit neutral linen cool. It's not, you know, very ashy and very cool like this. So if you like a bit more warmth in your hair but not brassy yellowness, shaded biscuit is perfect. So let me just change into this one. Okay, so here is the Raquel Welch On Point. As you can see, the front is pretty similar. I don't know if the front is shorter. It's probably because you don't have the long hair like on Candace here, because as you can see, this one is angled, and because it is angled, you sort of get more volume here, I feel, because this haircut creates this bump. So as you can see, this is still pretty light blonde, but it's just not as bright as my other shaded biscuits. This wig is heat defiant, therefore you can restyle it with heat tools. And if you've watched my review on this wig, I used warm curling iron to just press here to give myself that swoop instead of doing it with my hands like I did on Candace. So which one do you prefer? I love this wig, but I just wish that it was brighter like the usual, you know, shaded biscuit. And I didn't even feel that I needed to cut shorter layers in this one. I don't know why. Maybe because it is that hairstyle, that angle bob, and it looks okay in that hairstyle. I love this wig as well. This one doesn't seem as thick as the Raquel Welch. Not the Raquel Welch is very thick, but you have to understand the fibers are so different. The heat defiant fiber feels much more like real hair, and it's not as slippery. Therefore, if I just go like this, it will sort of stay in that place, whereas this one will just collapse on itself again. So I am contemplating cutting a shorter layer here around my face. It's best to start pretty low, and if I just go like this with my thinning shears, I'm not gonna do it as much harm. Yeah, can you see I've just cut that? Just do it, you know, bit by bit. Don't and go lower than you think you need it. Yeah, this side is always much harder to do. I'm sorry to any hairdressers that are watching. I'm not closing my scissors all the way, just yeah, you see I've got now here a bit shorter bits, and I can do a bit more because I think that will look much better on me. This is very scary. But I just find that if I make small mistake with these scissors, it doesn't look as bad as with just normal scissors. Yeah, I think that gives me a bit more volume here instead of just having these long curtains dragging me down. Obviously some people look beautiful in one length hair, but you see even with my own hair, I've got pretty straight bob, but it is always slightly shaped around my face. Yeah, that's better. I might even do a bit more, but I won't do it on a camera because I will have to really concentrate. I can put it in a low ponytail because I've got all this hair here. Can you see how it is not very thick when I put it into a ponytail? Because it's also layered. I can do half up, half down. With this wig, you know, you can pin it to one side. You can always do a bit more things with longer hair. I always forget to tell you, this wig has been sent to me by Mimo Wigs. All the links and discount codes will be down below. Please remember, I don't get paid for these reviews and I don't get any commission, but I have a discount code for you. So I hope this helped you to decide if you are maybe thinking, which one do I get? Do I get Candace? Do I get the On Point? So you've seen the difference between them. It's just a personal choice. I love them both. So that's all from me today. Thank you so much for watching and stay fabulous. Bye.